All right, guys. We are live in here. You know me. Time is a spectrum, and so let's do the hut up tonight. It's weird. I feel like I'm bald with my with the head crown exposed. So, anyways, you already know I got my old Navy, old Navy wannabe tech fleece on. A lot of people in here. Whoa. Let's see here. It must means I have two windows open. But my guy Broken Glass says goofy a window. Uh, sorry, he says goofy a thumbnail, and that is correct. It is in fact a very goofy thumbnail because I'm in fact a very goofy dude. So yeah, man. Outrageous says short stream, folks. Yeah. Hey guys, this is gonna be a short one tonight. I'm not even gonna say that. I am hopeful because I'm tired. I'm hoping this will be cut short at 8:45. Doc 72 says Hink in the garage working on legs. I'm listening though. I appreciate you being here, bro. Get those legs in. I've been actually trying to hit it hard to get some mass back on, and so I went, the other extreme in the sense that I, got super lean, but I also lost a bunch of mass, and so now I'm trying to put on mass. My legs have been sore, but it's been good. I like the process of bodybuilding. I wish I had more time, and it's, I don't know, PE, bodybuilding, all that stuff, sometimes you gotta be in the right mindset, and, but, I think discipline is doing something that you know you need to do even when you don't want to do it, and so fortunately, I'm still disciplined in the sense that I'm still getting in the gym and doing my thing even though, yeah, times are challenging times, for the Hink fam, so, Girl Collection says, "I appreciate your oath added at the end of your videos, Hink." Thanks, man, I appreciate that, appreciate you saying that. I had, real fast, guys. Caleb Anthony's been doing not the thumbnails, the chapters for this. So if you appreciate these chapters in the video, make sure you show some love to Caleb in the comments. Make sure you shout him out. So, um, but yeah, I had one guy that was like, uh, he basically he said that like when I first started that my oath was like far more genuine than it is now. And I'm like, bro, like what do you want me to do? Like, I still believe it. That's why I still have it at the end of my video. Maybe you just heard it over and over again. But anyways, man. Uh, Broken Glasses P is cool and all, but we all know women care more about a bigger ass. I think you might be surprised that actually women do look at dudes' butts too. So, anyways, man. Redburn says, "I'll sacrifice my cheek meat for bigger TTs instead." What's up, Red? Glad you're in here, bro. Grover says, "Hink, how you doing today?" I'm in here, bro. I'm in here, and that's what's important. I'm in here. So, anyways, let's see. We're gonna get right to the questions because this is gonna be a short live. Nacho Wookie says, "Hey, Hink, love the channel. How many months can we expect to have newbie gains?" Thank you. I think 6 months. I have nothing to base that on. I have no papers necessarily to base that on. I'm working on a paper. Um, But if you look at a lot of these papers like the Newbie et al. Trial, the Hink trial, even the P long trial, actually growth looks to be consistently kind of linear upward. I do think at about the 3 months in some of these cases, you start to see it fall off a little bit. And some of the studies that have actually looked at length, the study does drop off more dramatically at 3 months, and so I'd probably say somewhere between 3 to 6 months. For some people, it's as many as a year. I feel like I had pretty much newbie gains for a full year, to be honest. Then it started slowing down, dramatically after that, so that's a good one. Let's see, where is that? So, yeah, great question, man, but, that's my take. Somewhere between 3 to 12 months. How's that for a wide range of an answer? Let's see. And guys, before I have somebody Hink's ignoring my questions. I'm trying to get to as many of these as I can, guys. And so there's no super chats coming in, so I'm gonna try to do these more rapid fire. But Oliver says, "Hey Hunk, started Finasteride 3 weeks ago, and libido has dipped along with motivation for PE. Any tips outside of stopping Finasteride?" So I think that libido is like the most underrated component of PE, especially if you're talking about length work. Like if it's just about like grabbing and pulling on your D, that's one thing. But man, when my libido goes, like, it's really hard for me to do any kind of PE at all. And so, um, I definitely understand, that, Forsaken says, "Ever since Hink got a big dink, he started ignoring us." Uh, Crap, now I lost what I was talking about. What were we talking about? Crap. I forgot, man. Oh, yeah, stopping finasteride. So, uh yeah, that's tough, man. I think you could talk to your doctor about what the dose is, see if you can go back on your dose. Also, when it comes to finasteride, now I don't remember the exact numbers, okay, but especially once you get it in your system for a while, number one, it takes a little bit of time to actually clear. But even when you stop taking it, you still have some effect of the DHT blocking on the actual follicles of the hair. And so what I did is I would take like if my libido really started getting nuked, I would take 14 days off from finasteride, had no next negative impact on my hair. If I recall correctly, one of these like hair YouTuber guys said that actually it was like a month. Like you could take a month off of finasteride and you would still have the positive effects on the follicle. Last time I checked, that was literally like 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, guys. So please fact check that. But the point is that just be careful with finasteride. I would never recommend you ever consider doing anything illegal. And talk to your doctor about anything. I'm a clown in a mask and a hoodie. But I know a guy that has rats that suffer from hair loss, and for his rats, that they couldn't tolerate finasteride, and so especially as the rats got older and older, and the rats were natural. Um, and so he switched to a topical substance called like I forgot the name of it. It's RU and then a bunch of numbers, which is a topical DHT blocker, and it has been a absolute game changer for his rats. Their libido is high as ever, and hair is better than it's been in years. And but it's a research chemical, and he is worried about his rats' long term health because it's research chemical. So, anyways, but that's my friend's story. Um, Ooh, so Steven Johnson says, "Hey Hink, I'm consistently having cold glands even at low pressure. Any ideas on cause? I'm type 2 diabetic." I mean, it sounds like blood circulation, man, blood flow. And so one of the things that you could potentially do is I mean, things are going to improve blood flow. And so I don't know if you've tried anything. I know you're already working with my guy, Intimacy Nutrition Doc. And I know that he's helped your situation a lot because dude knows his stuff. So if you guys need any kind of supplement consultation or I don't know what the term is, alternative or more naturalistic, like, options for medications, talk to my boy Intimacy Nutrition Doc. It's, like, literally, like, patreon.com/intimacy nutrition doc. He's in the chat right here. But anyways, uh, yeah, and so I mean, I'm gonna do like the generic. Well, have you considered? I mean, especially if you're type 2 diabetic, have you considered something like Ozempic or like semaglutide or one of those actually GLP-1 agonists that can actually reduce your A1C and actually help you lose weight, which is also going to help with circulation. Um, there was a study out not too long ago that showed that those GLP-1 agonist drugs actually reduce overall mortality by like 25%, which is just insane when it comes to health benefits. But anyways, Lizard King, I like that name for some reason. Great name. Hey Hink, if the perfect girth for us is usually 5.5, why do I think the Bilbo Baggins are usually 4.5 to 5.1 inch in girth? Um, so if you look at the studies that say what is the girth that women want, it's like 4.8, guys. Now, on the 3D model, yeah, it was like 4.8, 4.9, maybe just shy of 5. But then if you look, I've also published a study about like the size toy that women want, and most of the size toys is like 4.8 to 5 max. And so um, it's hard to say. It's hard to say for sure, man, because I don't know what like I'm not a girl. I don't know what girls want. Um, But, well, I won't say I don't know what girls want, but, like, I do know that girls often mention that girth is far more important than length, and so, Sorry, just taking quick notes here. So, therefore, what are we talking about here? Right. So, like sometimes when it comes to a toy, I don't know, maybe it's not as intimate, they're not as engaged in the situation as they are with a guy, and so yeah, I don't know. I don't have a great answer for that, man. But I personally think that the ideal girth is somewhere between like 5 to 5.5. Yeah. But I actually am working on a video that is actually has a chart, and it goes through, like, below average, like, above average, and I'm gonna break down, like, every kind of measurement from as far as inch, length and girth and try to put some, scientific context to it. So Ronald says, "Don't ignore me, Hink, LOL." Uh, Caleb says, "I just got out of the shower." Prove it? Let the chat see if you just got out of the shower. Uh, Caleb says, "Hink, an underrated tip for when you work out or doing your cardio, wear a sweat trimmer. Um, I wear mine during the Stairmaster unboxing class. I wear the Sweet Sweat trimmer. Highly recommend it. Use code Caleb for 10% off. Okay. No, yeah, I made up the last part, but I don't even know what a sweat trimmer is. Um, but I definitely wear I wear a little hat that is like a sweat absorbing hat. So I also very much like the sensation of just being absolutely drenched with sweat after a workout because it lets me know I am working hard. But sometimes you can manipulate that just based on how hot it is, whether you're wearing a sweatsuit, etc. Um, let's see. So Padre says, "Hey, Hank, how long until you see newbie gains? I'm just starting out. I think you should start to see some kind of changes within 6 weeks for sure." So, uh, curious porridge, curious porridge says, "Hunkston, I love it, man. Thanks for being here." Let's see. Uh, 6.5-inch girth is pushing the envelope, bro. Like, guys, a 6.5-inch girth is just insane. I mean, the dude like Girthmasterr is 7, and that dude is like this. I mean, uh, uh, I will be honest. I will be honest. My impression of girth, which I know part of it was driven by my own ego, like, I always thought that, like, 6 was just insanely big. Like, it is, but it also isn't, especially if you're looking at, like, the standard deviation range. Like, I'm gonna explain in the video, but, um but I will say I was a little disappointed with, that my initial interpretation of, like, what is a monstrous girth, I thought, like, it was always 6, like, above 6 is just, like, gigantic. Like, to me, like, above 6 girth was like, being above, like, 9 in length, almost. Maybe not quite that, because 9 in length would actually be more like 7, but it was at least being, like, 8.5 in length. Um, but doing this research recently, it's like, "Oh, I guess 6 is more common than I thought it was." It's not common by any means, but, anyways, and so I don't like, to me, at 6, like, to me, above 5.5 is where things get prohibitive, depending on your partner. Like, quickies are probably once again, it depends on your partner, probably out the window. Um if you don't like having teeth on your meat when you're eating steak, if you know what I mean, like, I think around 5.5, it starts to be prohibitive. If sometimes instead of going through the front door, when you're entering a house, you like to go through the back door when you're entering into a house, I think 5.5, like, it starts to be prohibited. Um, what other things? And even things like jaws getting tired and stuff, like when you're chewing steak, when you have all that meat in your mouth, like, I don't know, I think above 5.5 really starts to be, now I'm not saying that, like, 5.5 is prohibitive, I just those things start coming into the equation at that size. So anyways, let's see, my guy with the OnlyFans says, "Mom, PB&J, have you looked into the Himplant?" So first of all, thanks for the super chat, bro. I have you sent me something about that before. I'm gonna make a note right here. Um, Oh, dude, the Himplant is just it's just the pneuma basically, which is a dog shit ass, um, like, product where they basically insert a silicone implant into your penis. Never dude, talk to your doctor, talk to your urologist, guys. You know, I cosplay as a doctor. I don't know what it's like to really be a doctor, but it would blow your effing minds how incompetent some doctors are. Like, and it would also blow your minds, like, how smart some people are that never went to effing medical school. And so, just because somebody is a doctor, it does not make them necessarily an expert, as crazy as that sound, but man, I have encountered in my cosplaying some, like, really fudging stupid doctors, like, shockingly stupid doctors. So anyways, um, let me see, I got that. Uh, Chrome 47 says, "Girthmaster has measurement pics on Reddit, and he looks huge in size girls." So I've heard, ha. Yeah, so, I've never even heard of Girthmaster, no. I have heard about that Girthmaster dude, and, like, I'm so glad my girl is not on, like, Twitter, for example. She's not even on social media, but, at one point, like, I saw something making its rounds on, like, the news things, and, like, Cardi B tweeted out about Girthmaster, and therefore, like, Girthmaster's meat was trending. Like, if my girl was on X and saw Girthmaster's meat, like, I'm an insecure little bitch boy. I'm sure none of you guys are, and none of you guys have those feelings of insecurity. I know it's just me, but boy howdy, if she yeah, I said boy howdy. If I knew she saw some dude's meat like, that would really F me up, man. And I applaud this Girthmaster dude because he actually is I don't know how active he is, but I actually saw in the comment section where somebody was like, "How big do you think he is?" And he actually responded and actually said, like, "On a good day," I'm like, I forgot what he said, but it wasn't outrageous, but, as far as, like, length, he was like, "On a good day, I'm like 7, on, like, a really good day, I'm like 7.5," but then, like, Girth, he was saying it was like 7, but he actually didn't try to, like, I'm 12 inches by 8 inches, derp a derp. Like, he actually gave realistic measurements, and he actually gained a crap ton of respect for me. Dude is also like 6'7". I mean, he's like a massive dude. Um, and so even when, like, he grabs it in his hand, it doesn't look that big. But man, if you, like, crop out his body and just have the girl, like, with him, yeah, it's insane. So anyways, man. So my guy, what's his name? Ian. My guy Ian Doc 72 says, "I miss being deep throated." Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. So that is going deep. Now, I do think Girth definitely comes into the 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 deep throat conversation. And I'm talking about the guy that leaked the government intelligence, the deep throat scandal. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what Doc 72 is talking about as well. Probably 90% people on here don't even know what the deep throat scandal was. But anyways, Google it, guys, on safe for work terms. But like the deep throat government scandal. But um girth definitely plays a big role in that, but also length. And so, but I would actually argue that girth has more to do with actually ability to deep throat than length. I want to know what you guys think. Let's see. Let's see. Wait, QA. No, that's not what I want. I want to start a poll. So, what matters more for limiting a deep throat? I'm intentionally spelling that wrong. Let's see. Length, girth. Yeah, I wanna know what you guys think. Now, obviously, guys, like, if you're, I don't know, like, 9 inches long, like, it doesn't matter how narrow it is. I mean, I don't know, maybe it does, you like swallowing a sword, but, like, I also like, for example, what's that dude's name? Mike Adriano. Dude is like 6 by 6, maybe 6 by like 6.5 or something like that. But like he is not that long, but girls can Definitely not, definitely not get to the bottom of that, if you know what I mean. But hopefully you guys never engage in that. Uh, let's see here. Yeah, we got 170 17 people in here and 70 likes. If you don't mind, hit the thumbs up button. If nothing else, hit the thumbs up button for Caleb because he's going to be going through and putting in um, timestamps, chapters. There we go. Chapters for you guys that complain about Pink. I'm not watching your live stream if you don't put thumbnails. No thumbnails equals no watch. I see you guys in the comments, but I mean, it's just not that fucking serious, guys. Sorry, but somebody was like, "Kink, I've noticed that you don't cuss as much," and I've intentionally tried to cuss less. I think cussing is largely unappealing. However, there is evidence that when you do have like tactful cussing, it actually can make you more relatable to people and make you seem more like down to earth. And so like every now and then when I'm cosplaying with my patients, like if the vibe is right, throw in a little like H bomb or something or ass, and you can see they're like, all right, yeah, he's one of the guys. So, anyways, but I mean, I don't try to intentionally lie or I'm not even that's not lying, manipulate. However, there is a book, guys. Even if you don't read the book, because who reads in 2025, but it's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. That book changed my life, and I would highly recommend even if you just Chat GPT, what is the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People? What is it about? But it teaches you lessons that you can literally like how to better engage with people and how to like have them walk away from the encounter and be like, wow, I really like that guy. It would change you guys' life. I'll just leave it at that. It really would. So um, let's see. I think Caleb says, "Yeah, hit the like button, do it for me, and I'll record myself doing the helicopter." Oh my gosh, that's awesome. You guys definitely hit the like button. I wanna see that. All right, so 72% of people saying that girth matters far more when it comes to actually, being able to go deep. So, anyways, man, what about saying I don't even know what is it what I don't even know what slur is J space B. Do I say that slur? I don't know, guys. I don't love the fact that slurs are coming up in the chat room. Let's not do that. But anyways, Gurkulation says any videos on elasticity, Hink. Yeah, I have a video about elastin already. Go check it out. Just type in Hink in the search bar and then elastin. Don't say the job slur. Job is the slur? Is that a slur? I don't I don't know. Oh, man, I'm so confused. That would be funny if I got canceled for saying job. Is that is that somehow a slur? Oh my god, I don't understand. I don't understand so much stuff right now. Like, there's this skibbity toilet thing, and I refuse to look it up and try to figure out what it is. I fucking refuse because it seems like stupid brain rot trash. So, oh, they took our germs. Anyways, so let's get back to some I'm sure somebody is pissed off that it's been like 5 minutes and I haven't mentioned the word pee-pee. So sorry guys, let me shut up and dribble. Let me get back to it. Um, so Hink, do you think as a community we should advocate for staying under 8 by 6? No, I don't. 8 by 6 massive unit, bigger than so many different adult stars that so many people don't even realize are not 8 by 6. 8 by 6 is an absolute unit. That being said, like there are ways that your partner can grow like with you. Now, I personally think, especially when you start to be like 6, like there are some girls that would I think if you were 8 by 6, there would be girls that would be like, "That's not happening, bro. Like, nope, get that thing away from me. That's not happening." Now, if you're in a long-term relationship, like I think you can work through that. But 8 by 6 is like I don't think you guys realize how big that is. Now, caveat, if you don't have a big fat pad, like, if you have a big fat pad and so it's like a 6 by 6, like, no, I don't think that's too big. But that's the benefit of being that big. Like, if you're 8 by 6, you have the luxury of carrying additional weight because you're still gonna look absolutely massive. Um, if you, and, like, especially when it comes to length, like, I don't think you can be, like, too long just because, like, yes, if you're a fan of dogs, okay, and you really like being in a position where you can pet a dog, then, like, certain ways, like, no, you might not be able to go, like, all the way in there, but there's other positions where, like, because you have the additional size, it allows you to do positions that you might not be otherwise, um, able to do, like, the what do they call it? I don't know, like the backwards, like, family Gradunzel or, like, whatever that wrestling move is, but, like, I don't know, man, I just like, I think in general, like, I would not advocate anybody getting to that size, but if you wanted to get to that size, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, just like, there's a lot of people I know that are 8 by 6 that are still trying to get bigger, so, yeah, I don't know, so staying under 8 by 6, but it's also not realistic for some guys, like, 1 in 3 guys is about 5 inches, okay? 1 in 3 guys, I will argue that to the core. That's what all of the data says, is that about 1 in 3 guys is about 5 inches, okay? Now, that being said, like, 1 in 3 guys getting to 8 by 6, or at least getting to 8, I don't think that's realistic. I don't think borderline impossible, and so, like, uh so I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying now, but no, 8 by 6 is just ridiculous. Like, that is literally a ridiculous size. Like, that is the same size as the dude from like, the Blacked like, website, Jason Love. Like, it's the same size as him, and he is, like, one of the bigger, like, British broadcasting channel or whatever stars that are out there. I think that just like people are having, like, this, what is it called? Like, basically physique desensitization. Like, in 2002, like, you would see a guy that was shirtless and, like, fairly muscular and be like, "Wow, that dude is jacked." And now, like, we're seeing so many different steroided out dudes that, like, we see some guy that's, like, 8% body fat, like, capped delts, like, massive lean, and we're like, "Meh, like, he's aight." Like, I don't know. It's the same thing with, like, Ds. I just think that we're used to seeing on the internet, some of us at least, like, these massive, unrealistic hogs, and therefore, like, we have this shift where we, like, just stop thinking about what is, just anyways, so there we go. We got some super chats now. Uh, let's see. So we got some super chats, my bad. So after getting to 6 inches in diameter, the back door is out. So yeah, I mean, I think it just depends, man. I think it just depends. Like, personally, now this is hopefully doesn't get too weird, but, like, I've never understood, like, to me, the back door just seems like something that would be painful, but yet it seems like a common thing in the gay community is, like, bigger is definitely better. And so it's just kind of a weird juxtaposition that, like, that there's almost exclusively backdoor action. I mean, there's very limited options when it comes to man on man. Uh but, that they would want, like, I don't know, that's just weird to me. So, clearly, there are men and women that can handle that, and I think it's more so just about taking time and, like, working it in, lubrication, what are they called, poppers or something? I didn't even know what poppers was until, gosh, like, maybe 2 years ago, I was having a conversation with, Grant and, Perv McSwerve. and the topic of, like, poppers came up, and I was like, like, what is a popper?" So, if you guys don't know what poppers are, I'm not gonna educate you, but apparently they can help with backdoor stuff. So anyways, Ronald says, "Did I miss the cash out?" I don't think I've crashed out. Uh, Miko says, "Oh, I think I know super chat too. How much do you shave down there per week?" I don't think you need to shave down there necessarily. Just keep it trimmed, and that's only if you're pumping, really, if you need to. Uh, let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Says, "Hey, Hunk, do you think you can get a fat pad to less than 0.1 inches if you're 10% body fat?" No, I definitely don't think that. I think that uh, when I was like super peeled, well, no, for me, and it was probably actually I say super peeled, but it was probably like 12% body fat, so it wasn't actually that peeled. It got down pretty low. I mean, definitely less than a quarter of an inch, but I mean, sure. I don't know about 10%. I think more like 8% body fat. Um, you would probably be closer to like 0.1 inches, yeah. But I mean, that's basically like you push the ruler and an immediate hit bone, and so you'd have to be pretty freaking peeled to that, maybe even closer to like 6%. But yeah, I do think you can get your fat pad to less than 0.1%. As long as you don't have a history of, like, being very obese and having a lot of loose skin in that area and then leaning down. So, let's see. Um, why do I feel like I missed another super chat somewhere? So, that is Ortho OnlyFans. Alright, good. So, I think I did get them all. Hey, guys, please don't spam the chat, because that will I see my mods are absolutely, like, enforcing some stuff here. Um, but, let's see, let me see. Can a four how much can a 4-inch gain from manuals? Please answer Hink. You're not gonna gain 4 inches from manuals. You're probably not gonna gain 4 inches from, anything. Uh, yeah. So sorry about that, man. So Hink, you need to try soft, clamped edging while on vigor. I don't really like to clamp that much, but that sounds like it'd be pretty good. Guys, like, I intentionally tried to decrease my amount of, like, I always just say shameless promotion of my products, but, like, I'm a little bit of Cialis in my system, like 2.5 milligrams every other day and, like, a scoop of Vigor, and, like, it is, like I mean, it's crazy. So, yeah, I absolutely believe that, that soft clamping on Vigor is gonna be wild, so, Caleb, I'm probably not gonna make that poll, man. That's I'm not gonna make that poll, Caleb. Uh, so my guy Red says, "Only loose holes want bigger. Please keep the size normal. LOL." Uh, let's see. Mark says, "Thinking of purchasing your course. I was going to purchase the Apex because I've used a Falasan for a while with no gains. Maybe not enough pull." Yeah, you might not be using enough pull. I appreciate you considering the course. Certainly, I would love the support with that. Especially, it goes through like step by step things of all you need to do. Um, that being said, I think that like, I don't know of many guys that have gained on an apex on a phallusand, excuse me. I think if you wanna use that as, like, something adjunct, like, your main thing is gonna be manual stretches or doing extending, and then you want to use a all-day stretcher like the phallusand, then that's something that's reasonable, but yeah. Uh, let's see here. Cross-designed entertainment. Yo, Hink, started on my journey, about to buy the pump on peak male physique, mostly like you for dysmorphia. I'm 6'3", 9 by 4 inch hands, 14 shoe, but I feel like, oh man, I feel like my 8.5 by 6 looks small. Bro, like, I mean, you're 6'3". it's not like you're 7 feet tall, like, 8.5 is gigantic, like, I would wanna know like, are you very overweight, man? Like, I don't understand how like, I started out at, like, 6'5", but, like, round 7, and so and it was, like, 7 by maybe 5. I don't like talking about my starting size, and if you're at 8.5 by 6, man, I would really caution you to try to, like, get lean, get as lean as possible, and know that you are gigantic. I mean, just, like, extraordinarily gigantic, man, so, um I should be telling you, "Oh, here, let me tell you what you need to buy." Like, I'm trying to convince you not to do PE even though that's against my bottom line, man, so, anyways, if you're starting out, I would get the manual pump is the bottom line. The manual pump I think is safer. The electric pump is nice, but it's like number 1, you're trying to figure out how to like what pressure you need to use in general. And number 2, it reaches the pressure very, very, very quickly. And so you could put yourself at risk that way. Whereas a manual, you have to pump, then like you have to like slowly pump it up. I just think it's a much better thing to start with. Um Now, if you only had money 'cause, like, I used a manual pump for the first, like, 4.5 years of this, maybe 4 years, and only switched to an automatic after I just, like it was either I had to find something else or I just wasn't gonna have time for PE, so yeah, man, I very much appreciate the super chat, but, you're 8.5 by 6, bro, like, man. I would just focus that time and attention on getting as lean, and maybe even, like, as muscular as you can. Maybe not, like, big bulk-wise, but really just decrease your body fat, but I'm not trying to gatekeep, man, do what you gotta do, but, like, there are so many people that would absolutely murder a lot of people to be 8.5 by 6. I mean, that is just that is just extraordinarily big. So anyways, man, thank you for the super chat, bro. Saucer says, "How long do you think we should be pumping and extending per day? What's the optimum routine?" The optimum routine is what works for you. I think when it comes to length work, somewhere between 60 to 120 minutes per day. When it comes to pumping, I think somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes per day. Um, Yeah. So, I mean, if I had all the time in the world, I would probably use an extender for like, or a hanger or whatever, or probably manuals for 2 hours is not realistic. But I would probably do 2 hours of length work, and then I'd follow that with pumping, and I'd do that once a day. That would be my ideal routine. um, let's see here. Yeah. So Caleb says 8.5 and feeling small. Yeah. Yeah, and then Cool Breeze says, "You big enough, bro!" Exclamation point. That's what I'm saying, man. Okay, at least I'm not crazy. Holy shiznit, man. Ian says, "I'm 8.5 by 6 and 5'11". Wow, good for you, bro. When I weighed 211 pounds, it didn't look that massive. And so, guys, for context, I'm 6'5" and I'm fairly lean right now, and I'm about 206 pounds. So, being 5'11" at 211 means I mean, unless it was all muscle, likely it was fat and it wasn't. So, man, but that's crazy. That's a crazy unit right there. Good for you, Ian. Uh, So Cross Design Entertainment says, "No, I'm 190 pounds fit and lean." Bro, I mean, like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell you, like, what to do. So this is my guy that says that he's, 8.5 by 6. He says he's also 190, so he's 6'3", fit and lean. I mean, with an 8.5 by 6. Bro, you need to go and, like, celebrate how your life is because you won the genetic effing lottery. Like, I mean, I'm certainly not trying to shame you, but, like, good lord, man. You're in shape, you're tall, and you have a massive hog. Like, I mean, once again, like, if you wanna get bigger, get bigger. I'm not here to gatekeep, okay? I'm not trying to try to tell you, but Jesus, dude. Like, sorry, God, but bro, like, I mean, I don't wanna be that guy like, "Oh, you need counseling, derp a derp," like, Low key, man, like, you might wanna talk to somebody if you have severe dysmorphia at that size. At that size, man, ooh, so, yeah, I hope that didn't come off as insensitive, man. I'm not trying to, like, belittle your struggles or whatnot, but, man, that is just, like to me, that's like somebody that's, like, 6 feet 7 inches tall, and they're like, "I feel short." And it's like, "Bro, if you feel short and you're 6'7", like, like, what are you doing?" Um, so, sorry, man, if that was insensitive, but yeah. Um, Caleb says, "Tink, did you watch the Cat's Eye thing?" I did. That didn't move me, man. Those girls aren't too curvy. I like curvy women. Um, I also like older women, I guess, or I guess just women my old age, my own age. Um, Thomas Carlson says, "What's the upper limit for length girth?" Um, the upper limit, I would say, realistically speaking, like, what is the 0.001% of guys going to get? 2 inches in length, 1 inch in girth. Like, could you get bigger than that? Yes. Are you gonna get much bigger than that? Statistically speaking, I think that's very rare. But, but yeah, that's what I think, and it always comes up, on probably about once a week on Getting Bigger, there's somebody that's like, "What's the biggest size that you guys have seen people grow to?" And it's always like these anecdotal stories of like, "Oh yeah, I saw one like Jimmy McSwag on, LPSG or, what's the other one? Thunder's Place, and he gained 3 inches with photos," but like it's always just these anecdotal stories, and it's never like, "Here's a link to a guy with measurements showing that he gained 2 inches." And, I also don't go searching on the internet for degrowth pics, like, I don't need that in my life, and so I'm not gonna sit here and, like, call people liars and shit like that, but man, it's so easy to put in your little profile on Reddit, "Oh, plus 4 inches in length, plus 2 inches in girth, buy my course, I'm Hink, dur." But, anyways, uh let's see. So we got that. I'm winding down, guys, and I hit my target time of 8:45. Got that. So I think I got all the super chats. Uh, let me try to get to a couple more questions. Gosh, guys, I'm thinking about a Hink Trial 3, by the way. I'm thinking about a Hink Trial 3. I don't know that I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm gonna have the bandwidth. There's some big things in flux right now, but, I might have to do a Hink Trial 3, depending on how things go down. So, um, we'll see. So stay tuned for that. Sorry. Um, Ace McNasty said, "The man right Chia, LOL." That's a Mystical reference. For those of you that don't know, Mystical was a rapper from, like, the late '90s signed to No Limit, and, he's actually one of my favorite rappers. So Ace McNasty, I'm gonna pin this comment just because I really like this comment. So, uh, yeah. So, woo, and we just got a super chat. So, I'm 6 feet tall, 150 with a lot of muscle and around 8 point Dude, how are all these people 8.5 by 6? I mean, what the fuck? Anyways, man, good for you. 6 feet tall, 150 pounds with a lot of muscles. That means you're very lean. You probably have no fat pad. You're 8.5 by 6, which is probably like your non-bone pressed length. But you're only, I guess, 5.5 mid shaft girth, and you want to reach 6. Will pumping 7 minutes for 3 sets, how long will that take? So basically, the ultimate question is how long will it take to gain a half an inch? Um, a year, at least. I mean, I think I would do a warm up set for 5 minutes and then 3 sets of 7 is what I would do if I were you. And that would take about a year. Thank you for the super chat, man. But Bro, you're 8.5 by 6. Like, is there anybody in this chat that isn't 8.5 by let's see. Let's start a poll, okay? Who in here is 8.5 or let's see, 8 by 6 or or bigger? I bet it's like 90%. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, but it's just like every super chat has been like, "I'm 8 by 6." Like, I'm 8 I'm 8.5 by 6. Like, what the hell, man? Good for you guys. Jesus, man, if I was 8.5 by 6, like, there's no way I'd be anywhere near PE. Like, I would be out just like I don't know, man. I would be out enjoying life and not worried about that, but, Caleb brought up a good point is, so say my domain, I just said it, man. Thank you for the super chat, say my domain. I don't know, if there was a message associated with that or if you're just showing love, but I appreciate that. Maybe the message was retracted. Um, but, sorry, let me make sure I didn't short my guy, Favors. But, yeah, I think it'd take about a year, man, maybe more, but if so, not much more. Could you get that before that? Sure. On the Hink trial, it was about a quarter inch in girth in 6 months, and so, I think that within a year, you could get that, and be at just have once again, be another dude walking around with an absolute unit between their legs. Good lord. Like, 8.5 by 6 is so big, guys. Like, that's so big. So, so currently 20% of this chat says they're 8 by 6 or bigger. That's hilarious, man. So, man, all right, guys, I'm fading out here, man. So Red Maroon says I'd be out there slanging like, yeah, bro. Like it's hard. I don't want to say that. I don't want to promote that. Oh, so say my domain says any thoughts of using essential oils in PE. I mean, I haven't done a deep dive into that, my guy, but I don't know of any I don't know of any possible benefit of doing essential oils for that. So unknown says, please answer me. Unknown says, hey Hink, the ones hey Hink, once I got to 11.5 or 29 centimeters bone press stretch flaccid, then I lost this length in 3 days and I got back to 10.5 or 27 centimeters. Why is that I'm working on it for the 10-inch challenge? I don't know what that means, man, and I don't believe those measurements. I don't know if you're my guy unknown or if you're a different unknown. That sounds very unusual for the unknown that I know to talk about being 11.5 inches. Um, yeah, I don't know about that, man. Um, hey, Doc72. So he says I am him. Unknown. I don't know what you're talking about, bro, on that, man. That doesn't sound like you. Maybe I'm missing something, but yeah. Uh So Omar says, "Do you think you're a hyper responder? Because my sessions are closer to 20 minutes." Yes and no, man. Uh, man, what was I talking about? Yeah, I do think I was a hyper responder in some sense, but I was also insanely consistent, and I think that was really the key. So, Daniel says, "Good evening, Hink. Are girth gains permanent even if I completely stop PE? How long should I do PE for the gains to become permanent?" So, I think basically 80% of gains are gonna be permanent. And so I do think that um, some are, 20% of gains are temporary and that but that's mostly like edema, soft tissue swelling, and not actually tissue expansion. And so, thank you for the super chat before I forget my manners, but even like if I completely stop PE, how long should I do PE for? So, I mean, it's one of those things where once you get to what you want, even if you were to just like pump or clamp like once or twice a week, you would maintain like 100% of your gains and you just need to go into some kind of maintenance mode. Um, so yeah, but you want to basically, how long should you do? Uh, weird. I don't know why this thing kicks me off sometimes, but the point is like get whatever overestimate the goal you want, and make sure that you calculate 80% of that is what you're going to be happy with, and then stop. So yeah. All right, man. So yeah, I think people are just starting to troll now because they're talking. Oh, I'm 9.6 non-bone press. Like, okay, um, like then I don't understand why you. I mean, yeah, I don't even know why you're in the chat if that's the case, man. But yeah, Caleb, for sure, a fitness challenge actually is coming, for sure. But once again, there's some stuff in flux right now, and once we get that settled, yeah. um, Is there a way to gain girth in the glands via injection or surgery? Some places will do hyaluronic acid injections into the glands. That's going to be a temporary thing. You're risking nerve damage. And there's actually evidence that doing that injection into the glands can help with hypersensitivity, premature ejaculation. You just want to make sure you go to a high volume center that does that. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm an asthmatic and I'm starting to wheeze now. So, Cross Design Entertainment says, "I've had several hateful replies. I'm guessing they downvoted it, so I don't know what that's about, man." Cross, like, I really hope that I didn't come off hateful in my like, I am, like, kind of laughing in the sense that, like, 8.5 by 6 is fudging gigantic, but I would never want anybody to be, like, hateful towards you or mean towards you, and I hope I didn't come off as that, but I'm just saying, like, you're 6'3" with 8.5 by 6, man, like, you are winning in life right now. Those are the things that, like, you can't just, like, grow to be 6'3". Like, I would just focus on being the best version of myself at that size, man, and be happy with what you have. But if you feel like you need to get bigger, then by all means, man, do what you gotta do. But mods, if somebody's being a dick to cross design, please block them. So, uh, yeah. Um So, yeah, we did that super chat. Alright, guys, I am, like, super tired now, and I think I got all these super chats now, but I appreciate you guys being here. Leave a like before you bounce. If you're interested in a step-by-step guided scientific approach to PE, please consider my course. It's recently updated. There's about 2.5 hours on there, including, like, extending, hanging, bath mate, what to do before and after, how to take pictures to, like, document your size, how to take pictures to document your anatomy, like, all of the things in there. So there's that. Of course, supplements, leviathansubs.com, equipment, peakmalephysique.com. And yeah, I agree, Hassan. 8 by 6 would be a freaking dream. Frank Mata, go Cowgirls. Nah, bro. And Frank, if I don't know if I'm willing to put a bet on the Cowboys versus Philly game this year. So, anyways, but yeah, guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace and love.